lead off the head coach.
Kawhi has 24 assists in his first 3 games. Because you overlapped him in San Antonio, can you contrast kind of what you've seen so far with the player he was at that point in his career at San Antonio, in terms of just finding guys with his passing?
Well, he's grown in that area so much as a playmaker. Coming in, he was always a willing teammate, a willing passer. But the game has slowed down for him so much. I think he understands his reads, what the defense is giving him on a night-to-night basis right now. He's drawing, more coverages than ever right now, but he's trying to play the right way, moving the ball. Did not have that early on in his career. It's something he's developed into. But now he's seeing different defenses. He understands what the game's giving him, and now he's moving the ball better than ever.
You talked a couple times and you referenced Kawhi's development. How do you share that development with your team?
Well, it starts with hard work. I mean, Kawhi, the number one thing is putting in the time and the work, and he's done that, to his credit. In San Antonio, obviously they do a great job in player development, something that I took from San Antonio we believe in. Nobody saw this coming in Kawhi Leonard, and it's to his credit on how he's put in the time, the effort. He's been very coachable along the way, and I think that's one thing I point to our players. If you put the time in, you're committed to our development program, you're only going to get better. And Kawhi's a prime example of that.
Thank you. You mentioned Miles playing LeBron last night and also Kawhi tonight. How do you think this will help him as he grows and develops?
Well, you can't make this up in practice. Like this is live growth right here. As I keep saying, this is money in the bank for the future. So to go back-to-back nights with LeBron and Kawhi, hopefully we see Miles take a step again tonight. I thought he was competitive last night. I thought he handled himself in a very mature, professional way last night. He was not afraid of the moment. He challenged himself, and I expect the same thing tonight with Kawhi. So these are very valuable moments for our young group.
What do you make of the way that Wiley's played the last couple of games?
Yeah, he's trying to find his way offensively. He's in our system, and it's my job to help him with that rhythm. He's got to continue to be aggressive. He's a scorer. He's looking to play make for us as well. So it's my job to help him with his rhythm. He's got to continue to be aggressive on both sides of the ball, and he'll find that.
How can you help him as coach? What sort of thing?
Yeah, I think we're looking at different plays, different reads, different options, and more consistency in lineups. I think that'll help him. So I think Nick going out, he was playing really well with Nick and Marvin in that backup lineup. Now with no Nick, he's had to be more of a primary handler for us, which is a different role than when we had Nick in the lineup. So we'll just keep working through it and keep helping him.
Coach, Willie came back this season as a FIBA champion with Spain. Have you noticed anything different about the way he's carried himself or the way that his teammates have interacted with him?
He just says he's the greatest. He just believes you can't talk to him. I have to speak Spanish to him. He doesn't let me, he doesn't let me talk to English in him. So, and Nick demands the same thing, the Frenchman and the Spaniard. But he's comfortable. He's confident. I got to try to find some minutes for him. But he's a willing learner. He's a competitive young man, and just looks much more confident right now.
You mentioned you kind of point to Kawhi as an example for what hard work can do. Is that something that resonates with young players? Do you see that?
Absolutely. I think if they're willing to work, and I was fortunate to be a part of that group that was developing Kawhi in San Antonio, and he would just come in and put his work in. Didn't say anything, and he just put the time in, the effort, the work, studied his craft. And if you do that day after day, year after year, summer after summer, you can become a special player in this league. It's no coincidence that he's become this. And he had obviously the tools and some skill set, but it's been the time, the work ethic that's allowed him to get to where he's at today.
Once again, you referenced the opponents that Miles Bridges had to face night in, night out. Is it good that, beside the fatigue factor, that they get to turn right around and do it again tonight?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's like, I just did it last night. Let me replicate it right, the next day. Now, I'm going to have to conserve some energy, but, just to go back-to-back with these two guys, I think it's wonderful for him. I mean, just to have that challenge. It's fresh in his mind, what he just experienced with LeBron last night. We watched film on that this morning, and now, less than 24 hours later, here we go again, right to it. So, that sort of development progression is big for him. And he's taken on the challenge as being a primary defender for us, which I love. We need that as we go. And Miles is starting to own that and take responsibility as a defender for us.
Thank you,
Coach, I know Dwayne has worked his way into the starting lineup and earned that spot, but would you also consider him one of the more fashionable players on your team this year?
I'll let him answer that. I don't know much about fashion. I would say yes, that he loves the fashion. He's got a hold on that. So, and I think his teammates would agree with that. Does he fit? Does he fit in LA? He likes the style of
Yeah. I suppose so.
Thanks.